The 2001 film Ali is without question a mixed bag for a lot of people, but I actually thought this film was quite enjoyable. It's not perfect, but I would say it's entertaining. And certainly it details the 10 years of the life of Muhammad Ali. Directed by Michael Mann, this film obviously follows, like I mentioned before, the 10 years from 1964 to 1974 of professional boxer Muhammad Ali, and also details the close friendship he had with Malcolm X, how he feels about the assassinations of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., and his refusal to go to the Vietnam War. You know, I thought this film was pretty interesting for what it is. I mean, it's nearly 20 years old, but this movie, it is done exceptionally well, especially by Will Smith. I think this is one of the best films he done in his movie career. And he really brings that wisdom that Muhammad Ali was known for. And you know what else? The whole cast of this movie did a great job. Jamie Foxx, Jeffrey Wright, Jada Pinkett Smith, who ironically enough plays one of the love interests of Muhammad Ali in this movie. This film is certainly entertaining. I had a good time rewatching this film. You know, there's a lot of criticism towards this movie because a lot of people find this film boring and just not worthwhile. But I like them to look at this film again and really see what Will Smith was going for. He pretty much did a good job doing the mannerisms of Muhammad Ali in this movie. And, you know, despite its long length, it tells a pretty interesting story. Now, granted, I wish this film started off with the whole life story of Muhammad Ali, you know, up to him retiring from professional boxing, but we don't get that. If anything, this movie, while not the best biography film I've seen of a famous celebrity, it certainly is worthwhile to say the least. Will Smith's incredible performance as Muhammad Ali actually gained him a nomination for an Academy Award. He didn't win, but that's still impressive. One thing I wish they went with is that originally the script for this film was written by Gregory Allen Howard. And in that script, it detailed Muhammad Ali from 12 to 40 years old. And had they went with that one, it would have made for more of a compelling movie. It could have been one of the best films that's ever been made, but they went with the 10-year timeline. And it made the film feel a little rushed, despite this film being over 2.5 hours long. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the performances of this film. Will Smith's acting is top-notch in this movie. But I wanted to see his views on everything that went on in the 60s and 70s. And we really don't get that. It's just him doing interviews, you know, boxing matches, and him having the love life that he had through those 10 years. Nonetheless, though, this is not a horrible film. I don't know why it gets negative reviews on IMDb, but this is not everybody's cup of tea. Nonetheless, if you've never seen this film, I suggest you check it out, especially if you're a fan of Will Smith. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. This is certainly one of the most interesting movies that Will Smith's ever done in his career. It's entertaining, it's funny, and it has a lot of good story. Now granted, this film's not perfect, it has issues, but I more than enjoy this movie every time I watch it. Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest fighters of all time, and this film, honestly, it respected his legacy to a degree, but it could have been so much better. Nonetheless, though, this is a movie that I highly enjoy, and I also would highly recommend for you to check out. And that's my review of the film Ali. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section, and let me know what you think about this film if you have seen it. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.